fucking name will be on here at some point. We'll see. Going to talk about our reactions to the Super Bowl. Talk about comments, concerns, any thoughts on the halftime show. We'll talk about high school team from Texas and getting the payout, which basically comes around with people fucking around and finding out. All that and more on Idiocracy Talk Radio.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, it's the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.
All right. So to start off, let's go ahead and start off with our good old friends in the mighty, what we call the Rocked, the Republic of Texas, the only state that requires its own fucking visa. So anyway, Matt, I know we talked about it before we got on here, but so get everybody up to date a little bit. So Asher Van, a white student, because that seems to be the trend nowadays, that white people are accused of being racist and are always racist, and the left has came out with this false narrative propaganda that no one can be racist against white people. Okay, and if you're thinking that, I don't know if anybody watches this, listen. If you're thinking that, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, and here's why you're a fucking idiot. Because racism does not have to do with anything about being overpowered or anything like that. Racism strictly is I put a set of, I make a decision or a feeling or put everyone in one group based on the color of their skin. So if someone says something racially like this group of people are all thugs, that's a racist comment. Okay, because you're putting all people of that race into a category, solely based on a feeling. Okay, if you said that all blank are idiots and can't have IQs higher than 80 or 70, that's racist. Guess what? It has nothing to do with, well, you were in charge or your group is in power. Because I don't give a fuck who you are. There are racist people all around the world. Okay, people in India are racist against other people. There are people in China that are racist against other people. There are people in Africa that are fucking racist against. And there's people in America that are racist against. So again, it doesn't matter. So why do I say that? So Asher Van, a white student, was falsely accused of a racially motivated hate crime that turned out to be nothing more than a fabricated hoax. Okay, so another one of these fucking race baiting fuckers. Okay, and again, I don't care if you're black, white, purple, brown, short, fat, skinny, round. If you like to eat green eggs with a box or in a box, or I don't give a shit. Okay, when you make shit up just to get either more clicks or just to put someone down or anything, you're the scumbag. Well, Texas jury agreed with that and awarded Asher Van $3.2 million. See, I don't agree with people getting free money, but you know what? In this situation, the group fucked around and found out. What do you think, Matt?
Big time. Well, let's go ahead and tell the story, what happened exactly and how it all started, so if people know the story. So it started out with 4 kids, birthday party, I think 3 of them were white, 1 was black. And there she is.
There she is.
So It turns out they went frog hunting that night when they all had BB guns and they all had their big old coats on and they were like I said, shooting frogs. But kids will be kids. So what they tried doing, they shot each other with BB gun to see if their big thick coats would protect them with the BBs.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, they went back inside the house and stuff like that, stayed up, talking about how they would prank each other. That's what people their age do. Kids being kids, 14 years old. So what happens is, miraculously, the one person that falls asleep early is the young black kid, last name Smith. So with him falling asleep, they pour some apple juice in a cup, and one of the kids urinated in it. And they woke him up, and they handed it to him, and I guess he drank it. But from what they're saying is they made him drink it, like forced him to drink it. And one of the kids was videoing it. So he spits it back in the cup, and they all laugh at him, blah, blah, blah. So a couple weeks go by. I guess that school who videotaped it start showing people at school what happened. Now, don't get me wrong. Kid had the right to do what they did to him. That's kind of fucked up. Don't get me wrong. But again, kids would be kids, 14 years old. So the mother of the child decided to fucking do a lawsuit. So then she got an attorney. So what happens when this happens and when they put a race thing into it? They start a GoFundMe page. They get about $200,000.
Last I saw
donated.
120,000.
Was it 120?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I was a little off. Maybe it's 120 then.
Yeah,
so let's just keep it at 120 then. Okay, from like 40 donors or something like that.
Right.
So next thing I know, they go to court for over the next 4 years, smearing this kid, saying racist, he's racist motivated, stuff like that. Well, also, like you said.
I'm going to add on there, I'm going to cut you off for a second.
Go ahead.
Add in there that not only did it spark national media coverage, there were BLM, Black Lives Matter protests, death threats, and demonstrations outside the kid's home.
And there was Dan's business window.
Yep.
Business too.
So go ahead.
So put this all on perspective now. I mean, they're obviously freaking they're not following. They're going to fucking appeal it, but now they owe this kid $3.2 million 4 years later for what they've been doing over the last 4 years of basically just degrading the kid's name.
Mm-hmm.
Shit happened when they're 14 years old, man. I get it. But you literally went out of your way trying ruining this kid's life.
Right.
Literally, at 14 years old, again, he played a joke where he peed in a cup, and it's not right what he did. But they're saying they shot him. They all shot him with BB guns. They were all shooting each other with BB guns.
Right.
Obviously, if it was that out of hand, that kid would have said something to his parents that night and probably would have went home that night instead of staying the night there. If it was that bad.
Well, not only that, to add to it, because I 100% agree with you. Like them peeing in somebody's cup and and jokingly having them drink, whether it was a joke or they forced it, not okay. Not okay. It's fucking disgusting. Like, yes, I can understand kids be kids, but kids also need to learn that there's a limit to the ridiculousness that you can do. So, to my point to that is, one, not only did they raise this $120,000 for GoFundMe that was supposed to be used for childcare, schooling, and to help with the attorney, they didn't use any of that for those things. So they lied about all that.
Not at all.
But also, here's the thing: if the mother, I'm against the family because of them saying it was racially motivated. If the mom would have tried pressing charges on the kid for assault, because that's assault. I mean, you peeing in a cup and having somebody drink is assault. I got bad news. People don't realize the measure of what assault is. If you verbally threaten you're going to beat someone's ass, that is verbal assault. You don't have to physically put hands on somebody for assault. So if she would have went to the police and filed an assault on the kid, okay, yeah. But the minute you start saying that all this was racially motivated, blah, 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 which it wasn't.
Let me stop you there, big. Man. They actually did file a lawsuit for assaulting. He got a misdemeanor. It was just a ticket.
Well, that's all Like you, what are you
Yeah, that's what I'm
talking
saying. So
like he got a
but
ticket. It's on his record. You know, it's not
yeah,
like
but
you
they
don't get to go to
I think
jail
it's
for something like that.
I know I think it's a level C misdemeanor they described it as, and they want a level A. Where you will go to jail and see time. I mean, the kid's 14 years old, and you already destroyed his life. You took everything from him. He hasn't played any high school sports. His friends left him, and all that shit. And now you want to appeal, and you want to go to a level, whatever. I don't know the difference of levels, obviously, but they want more than just a ticket. They think it's hilarious that that's all they got was just a ticket. The
Right.
kids learned their lesson, I think. You know, you want to see them in jail? You mean to tell me your kid wasn't one of the kids that was shooting a BB gun that night? The other kids too? You know, it's just, I get what happened. There was some bullying, I guess you could say, but not to an extent where, like, hey, we're going to pick on this black kid. Supposedly they played football together for years.
See, but even that, like, I'll be honest with you, like, I hate that the term it was bullying was thrown around. Like, so if you're getting bullied, you're telling me that the people you hang out with, like, friends do. First of all, friends do stupid shit. Like, I know for a fact friends do stupid shit. I've got two of them on this fucking podcast right now, and we all do stupid shit. I mean, hell, look at the dumbass's name Seahawk right here. I mean, fuck. But is there a limit to the stupid shit? Yes. And at a certain point, like if you were crossing that line, like no matter if we were 15 years old or 40, like if you cross a line that I'm not comfortable with, we're not hanging out anymore. Period. Like, and that's where
That or we just go ahead.
well, and that's where
I
parents
just,
are failing kids because parents go into this bullshit of, oh, well, you and your friends did something stupid. They were bullying you. No, they weren't fucking bullying you because it wasn't bullying when you were shooting the other kid with a BB gun and a jacket. Like, it wasn't bullying when I guarantee you did stupid shit to them. Like, did they cross the line by pissing in the cup? Dude, your mouth is fucking disgusting. Close your mouth, you nasty fuck. Like, are you a cow chewing? Like, goddamn, nice new haircut. But goddamn. Anyway, like, did they cross the line? 100%. Did he deserve the ticket? 100%. That's where it needs to stop. Now, them bringing the video into school, guess what? Now the school has a responsibility to suspend the kid or do whatever
yes.
because now you've brought
And
it into the school and it's causing problems in school. Okay. But again, none of that's jail time. And I'd say that whether it was a black kid, white kid, purple kid, or whatever. Guess what? Kids do stupid shit. But even if they were adults, you can't crucify them for something that's minuscule. And what were you going to say, Matt? Like, I mean, if we did something stupid, like I kind of think I know where you're going to go with it, but
no. You were standing right there. I was going to say there was some bullying put involved. Maybe we don't have to use it like there's a consistent streak of bullying, but like you said it yourself when you can't share the video at school, and that's kind of online bullying, or you want to call it bullying in general. But I don't think they were doing it to fucking bullying. I use a good word for back in the day. They were goofing, you know. They were goofing with each other, you know. Just kids being kids, 14 years old, you know. I mean, shit. You know, I pooped in the toilet and didn't flush it. Gotcha. You know,
right.
and stuff.
Oh,
Just
you're a
stupid
fucking
stuff
nasty
like that.
I mean,
Yeah, you know.
it just blows my mind what is considered bullying nowadays. Because I mean,
And Darren officials.
the funny thing is, it's like people don't realize, and I because I want to be accurate, I'm actually gonna read the definition, okay, of bullying, and I'm gonna go from the Webster's Dictionary because, all right. So abuse and mistreatment of someone vulnerable by someone stronger, more powerful, the actions and behavior of a bully. Okay, goes on to say a continuous. Okay, so just going up, like if you went up to somebody, walked up to them and said, "You're fat." Okay, guess what? Are you a dick? Yes. Are you an asshole? Yes. Are you a bully? No. You're not a fucking bully. Now, if you do it every fucking day because you're trying to tear this person down, now you become a bully. Okay? Because you're trying to push the person down, you're trying to tear them down. You're doing it daily, every single day. If you just walk up to some random fucking person and go, "Hey, fat ass," you're a dick.
So the funny thing about this is kind of contradicting because if you think about it over a 4-year period, who was actually bullying who in this situation?
But it was the other way.
Exactly, and that's the reason they got rewarded a 3.2 settlement.
Exactly. 100.
So he was. I mean, it's just crazy. Like I said, like I think they made it more of a race issue than anything else, which is kind of fucked up, honestly. But it's just funny how they said, like I said, they raised the GoFundMe page for 120 million. The kid has anxiety, his own little charity situation. But yet you're going out and buying, you're taking trips, you're paying rent, you're paying bills off, you're going to expensive dinners. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe you took a vacation with your son. He just need to get out of there. That could have been something paid for. You don't know, but you have no means to an end on any of this. There's receipts that say you fucked up and found out.
Well,
that's what it is today.
But depending on what you put on the GoFundMe, so you have to disclose that. Here's the thing: you have a responsibility to disclose to people what you plan on using this money for. If I say, "Hey, I'm creating a GoFundMe because I need support with my bills to include X, Y, and Z," and people are like, "You know what? That sounds right. I'm going to help pay for that." And then I decide to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy, don't pay any of it, and use that money and go buy myself a new condo and stuff like that. Guess what? I have now caused fraud. I've created fraud. I have falsified information. I have fraudulently taken people's money under false pretenses. Okay? I made it up. Okay? Honestly, a lot of these people with the GoFundMes, I'm waiting to start hearing about the lawsuits with those. Like,
there ain't gonna be no lawsuits.
But there needs to be,
unless you're from Minnesota. You're allowed to do it. Or California.
I mean, this ain't the first Texas family to fucking put a GoFundMe and use the money for other things. I mean, hell, still waiting for the fucking douchebag that stabbed the kid in the heart to go to actually get put in prison. But that's right. Yeah. People are trying to justify his fucking ass. And his family raised over $500,000, and now they're saying they need a public defender because they can't afford it. But anyway,
so my question is, how do you sue somebody for $3.2 million who can't pay that? How do you?
I don't think they actually sued them for. I don't think they. See, here's the thing when it comes to civil lawsuits like that is they come up with, basically they say, "Hey, I'm suing for defamation. I'm suing for anguish. I'm suing for, all these things." The jury of your peers is the ones that kind of come up with the number. They go, "You know what? Based on all the bullshit you put them through, this is what this kid deserves." So the jury probably, I mean, honestly, the unfortunate thing is, or fortunate, however you want to look at it, a lot of people are getting fucking tired of people calling crying wolf when there's no fucking wolf. And so a lot of these jury members, they sit in there like, "Bullshit, we're going to set an example." So guess what?
Yeah, it's kind of fucking.
Go ahead.
It's kind of funny that the fact is he actually might get the settlement because the lawyer, her last name's Cool, and the mother was Smith. They're both being sued by this kid for defamation of character, and her business might be going under. I mean, obviously they're going to appeal the shit out of it, and they'll probably have to come down with a settlement. But yeah, the fact you went above and beyond with this fucking situation, calling it a racist situation, it wasn't, man. You guys will do anything to flip that card sometimes, and it's just ignorant day and age. I hate hearing it. I really do. But like I said, the three boys are not innocent. They got the tickets, they pay their fine, and they learned their lesson. It just sucks the one kid had to fucking deal with it for 4 straight years.
Right. And you would hope they learned their lesson. Like, that's the thing. I hope they did. Unfortunately, we learned that people don't always learn the lessons, but that means they do something more stupid and then they get more punishment. But going back to your point, here's where it also becomes fucked up is, so correct me if I'm wrong, like, because I'm trying to remember, there were 4 kids involved in this. How many were white kids?
I want to say 3 out of 4.
So 3 out of the 4 were white. The one black kid.
They never described all 4 kids because they were all minors at the time, and they didn't give names out. But the 2 that created more than it needed to be over the 4-year period, one's white, one's black. I know that. But I'm assuming the other 2 are whites.
Yeah, I'm trying because, like,
because she's calling this a racial situation. The other 2 never testified. Actually, Smith's son never testified. The black kid never even testified. It was just the one kid, Asher, who fucking testified and told him exactly what happened. And nothing after that came up. That's the reason he got the freaking assault ticket, and they moved on. But they wanted to go for more than that. They made it into a race situation. It's just saddening when she was interviewed, the mom of the young black kid. She's saying they forced him to drink piss and they shot just him with BB guns. It's not what happened. And the reason why the jury flipped off them and told them that they owed the money because of what they've been doing. So they've been bullying this kid for 4 fucking years in defamation of character.
right.
Stuff like that. They ruined his name.
Yeah.
So this kid had probably more anxiety than their own kid.
So yeah, it's just it blows my mind. So now that AKA Seahawks is on here, geez, Josh, why is your name the Seahawks? Did somebody win the Super Bowl?
I mean, didn't somebody say that this team was going to win by more than 7 points? At least.
I did.
I mean, I did. I said I didn't think New England really had a shot. I thought Seattle was just defensively too good, and I said Drake May has not been playing well in the playoffs. He's turned the ball over a lot, and sure enough, a couple turnovers in the Super Bowl, and they you really can't see on my screen, but they F8FO fucked around and found out what Seattle did. So go Hawks for this year. Glad it wasn't the Patriots again. I'd love to see Dave Portnoy crying like a baby, just like he did when Ohio State beat Michigan this year. Granted, I really do enjoy Dave Portnoy with his pizza reviews. So it's just kind of funny. I feel bad because everybody was giving him a bunch of shit, and they were like laying it on him. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But before we kind of kick off, I know you guys are already talking about, but
I was gonna say we already kicked off, buddy. You're a half an hour late.
drinking a bud from my guy up in heaven. Adam, I love you, brother.
Yeah, happy
So this
heavenly
beer's
birthday
for
to
you.
our friend Adam. Definitely missing
Been 1 year now.
1 year, unfortunately.
No,
Well, to be 1 year because he had just turned.
yeah, he was March
he-
27th was 1 year, but today's his birthday.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't that long because he had just turned 33 when he
43.
or
Not
43. Shit. Yeah, sorry, 43.
Yeah, we're old as shit, bro.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so
No, I mean, I thought Seattle did exactly what they were gonna do, and I kind of figured I should have fucking took the bet. I fucking should have bet on it, and I didn't. I should have.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't do any bets, but if you remember when they played the Bengals, their left tackle got hurt during the Bengal game. He was a rookie for the Patriots, and I think he forced him back. I think the injury should have had surgery during the season, but I think he was putting it off, see if he can get back because of how young he was rehabbing.
Yeah.
But you saw, man, they were talking about how they need to put Hunter Henry over to start chipping people, and he's not going to be a big factor over the middle because he's going to be helping out that left side a lot more. Man, they put Drake May on his ass a lot. So much pressure. Ridiculous.
So that's the one thing now that we can say Joe Burrow does not hold the record anymore with the most sacks in the postseason. That now belongs to Drake May. Yes.
I'll see. I didn't even. I ain't gonna lie. I can't speak a whole lot about the Super Bowl because I didn't fucking watch it.
I mean, you were invited to my other best friend's house, but you chose not
Yeah,
to.
I know I was. I was invited to your best friend's house, not your best friend. So I know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I didn't care because didn't think it was going to be
Still
that.
Super Bowl. Still watch it.
I didn't think it was going to be a good game at all, and so I didn't watch it. And I was, from what I saw review wise, I was pretty right because it was just a one-sided Seahawk game.
I mean, when you turn 3 of them field goals into touchdowns when they were down there. This game was a fucking absolute blowout at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not lying at all.
I mean, I like I said, I could care less. I wasn't really excited about watching the Super Bowl. That's why I didn't watch it. I turned it on the last minute to see who was winning, and saw Seahawks was, winning, and then I saw the final Hail Mary to possibly score to make it seem closer than it was, and that didn't even happen. And then Seahawks.
Man, when he threw that when he threw that fucking ball, dude, that wasn't even close to his receiver, man.
I know. But
I mean, what the fuck?
I mean, it seemed like he was seeing ghosts, as everybody says. Sam Darnold did that one game. I think Drake May was seeing ghosts during that game.
So
your footsteps everywhere.
Speaking of Super Bowl, and again, I can't talk a whole lot because I didn't fucking watch it. But there has been a lot of chirping, a lot of fucking bitching, complaining, talking shit on both sides, left and right, about the Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance. Okay? Now I'm going to preference with this, okay? So, and you guys can, I'm going to give you a chance to say yours as well, but I'm going to preemptively say this, okay? 1, is Bad Bunny an American? Yes. Okay. Yes, he is. He's Puerto Rican, which is in American territory. He's an American citizen. Not denying that. Okay. Do I have a problem with him singing a halftime show completely in Spanish or Espanol or whatever you want to say? I don't care. Whatever it was. Not English. Okay. Do I have a problem with it? Yes. Not because it's Spanish. I think it's a beautiful language. Okay. But here's what I will say. I dare you to go to the middle of South America, to China, to Germany, to any other country, Okay? Any other country, okay, around the world. Hell, you can even say France, and I mean, they're fucking pussies. But any other country that has a world event like the Super Bowl, okay? I don't know, might be like a
World
soccer
Cup.
event, like the World Cup, or something, okay? And now we're going to put the main celebration, the show, in the middle of it, okay? And we're gonna sing the music in a different language. Name one country that's gonna let that happen. Besides us. And everyone throws out, I love when they throw out, well, we're the melting pot. You're right, but guess what? There's still a main ingredient in the melting pot. And the melting pot, we're English speakers, okay? Yes, there are people that are multilingual, bilingual, trilingual, 100%. Not saying that's a bad thing.
There's 15 million Spanish speakers in the U.S.
But you know what? The primary language is English, okay? Go to China and try to do a fucking English halftime show in the middle of one of their events, and I guarantee it's not going to fucking happen. Okay? Because the last time I checked, when an American singer goes over to their country, they don't perform it in English.
You have subtitles?
Oh, that's right, because they want the citizens to be able to know what the fuck you're saying. Okay? It's called getting people involved in it, not separating. And that's the problem. You know, was it a beautiful song? I don't know. I didn't understand it. I mean, I looked on Facebook and tell your brother, thank you for the advice on the closed captioning, because he's right, Matt. I mean, that was the only way you could understand the fucking thing was do closed captioning. That's great. Okay. But again, the problem was not, oh, he's speaking Spanish. Okay. If we were in South America or Puerto Rico or, or somewhere where primary language is Spanish, I would expect it to be sung in Spanish. If I was in a primary country where the language is Chinese or Mandarin, or Korean or Japanese or German or any of those languages, guess what? I would expect the song to be sung in that language. People start talking shit about they were like, oh, the Rolling Stones came over here. They didn't. It's like, listen, people don't have a problem with people from other countries coming in and being a part of the Super Bowl. Absolutely not. Because again, we have some famous musicians from around the world that come in and be a part of it because they're great musicians.
Jennifer Lopez, she's Hispanic, but guess what she sung when she was in the Super Bowl?
English.
She sung with Shakira. Shakira did sing in Spanish for some of her stuff.
Some. The whole performance was not in Spanish.
No.
Okay. And you notice no one bitched about Shakira. Those hips don't lie. And that's where people need to understand. That's my thing with it. I don't have a problem with if you want to mix it up and sing part of your song in English and okay, great. Now you're bringing people together. That's my problem with it. Okay, and that's also why I didn't watch it because well, let me backtrack. I didn't watch it because I didn't know what the hell he was going to do, and past history has shown that this is the performer that gets up on stage wearing a dress and burns American flags. I'm not going to support those individuals. Okay?
I'd never seen him burn a flag. I never heard anything about that. It's my first hearing about that. But him dressing like a woman or what they do in Puerto Rico, I've heard that before.
So apparently one of the songs it's very vulgar in his language. So they said if it was actually played in English, you would have had huge fines from the Super Bowl if people understood what he was actually saying in that song.
Was that song specifically sung though? Because I heard. So I sat down today and I heard both versions of it. Sorry, not versions. I did. I looked at captions, and it's 13 minutes and 9 second long. The halftime show was for Bad Bunny, and I also watched the American version where it was 35 minutes long. I don't think he sung anything bad when it came to words during that song and stuff like that during the Super Bowl. That's pretty fucking crazy right there. They allow that shit to happen. Well, and he's wearing a dress. I mean, that could be something I do probably. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I get what you're saying.
No, I mean, to Joe's point, I love watching football. No matter who's playing, I love watching football. I honestly do not care about the halftime show. Like any game, I really don't pay attention to halftime. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know what? All I did was I turned the volume down. I turned on the other one just to see what was going on a different TV. I turned it up. I knew the songs. I listened to that. When Lady Gaga came out, I turned that one up, turned the other one down. And I mean, I still watched it, kind of, but I mean, I'm the type of person I really don't give a shit. You're gonna call me racist. You're gonna call me this because I listened to the other one, and I didn't listen to Bad Bunny's version. So be it. I really don't give a shit. It's my choice. No one should be telling me what I can and can't do, and I shouldn't be judged upon what I can and can't do. If I want to turn off the halftime show and turn on a freaking episode of 2.5 Men while the halftime's going on, who gives a flying fuck? I don't care. Me, and the people we started playing cards during halftime. We were betting money. We were illegally gambling with quarters and dimes and nickels.
Horse races.
So,
We didn't do the horse race. It was
so I am
31.
gonna throw out real quick just because I want to make sure I'm okay. So I just looked it up just to double check. So he has worn dresses before, but apparently that image of him burning a flag is AI generated.
Yeah, I thought that.
Okay.
So I have nothing against Bad Bunny at all. I actually truly enjoyed when he was in WWE.
I don't know him. I don't
know his songs. I don't know any of his songs. I don't listen to his music.
He's just he's a Puerto Rican rapper. That's all he is.
And that's fine.
R&B rapper. That's all he is.
I have nothing against him whatsoever. I liked him when he came in WWE. He did great on his matches that he wrestled. I thought he did great doing interviews with WWE. I mean, he showed up. He showed a lot.
He's on his podcast.
Pretty shit. So I don't have anything against him. I didn't listen to it because I couldn't understand a word he said.
Yeah.
I mean, the house party we were at, we
I'll
obviously
be here because Brooklyn's sick, so I'll be home all day.
We watched it, but did we listen to it? We didn't understand.
It is on
I mean, if you look in the crowd,
11 o'clock,
some of the views and other cameras on the internet, there was only maybe a handful of people that dancing and singing along with it too. Everybody's just standing up like,
Okay.
what the fuck's he saying? What the fuck's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of what the fucks.
Thanks.
I mean, the dancing, the music, I mean, it didn't sound too bad. It wasn't a bad performance, I don't think. Could have been better. Yeah, I mean, in America, yeah, I mean. But again, you know what? It is what it is. It's in the past.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and fucking.
I don't know who came out with this, but I like one person's take. He's like, you know what? You're in San Francisco, right? There's a band.
Multicultural.
There's a band that came from San Francisco that would have been perfect to play the Super Bowl. Metallica. Been perfect. You're bringing the city into the Super Bowl. That's something I could get around. You know, if it's going to be in LA. The last time they were in LA, what did they do? They brought out Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. They're all from South Central LA, right? You're tying the community in with the Super Bowl. I like that. New Orleans. You know what? If you want to have some big jazz players or like a big old party down there, do it.
Well, and I agree with you, Joe. Like, bring the city connected. Like, and that was one of the reasons I didn't know what kind of performance that Bad Bunny, because I don't know the guy. Like I said, I didn't even watch the fucking Super Bowl because I had no interest in it. But
I only knew who he was because he was in WWE for a couple shows, and that's it.
But my impression, and this is just my impression, was the whole reason that he was chosen was basically, I'm gonna say left wing because they're the primary one, but this whole anti-ICE sentiment, all of this separation between, the whole deportation and stuff like that of illegal immigrants. So what do they choose? A primarily Spanish-speaking American citizen performance when, like you said, there are other viable, more connecting artists that can be used.
I mean, I hate to say it, there's another band that played one of the pre-shows. You could have put Green Day in there too. I don't like Billy Joe Armstrong's stances, but he's got a tie to the city. That's what I like. Tie it to the city somehow. And just so I don't think he was chosen because of that. Jay-Z's the one who kind of
he is a Grammy winner the last 2 years.
Yeah. So it's Jay-Z is the one who's picking these artists, and
yes,
that's the NFL. They wanted to kind of go woke, and they kind of did the last couple of years, and now Roger Goodell.
What is it? It's read by Apple Music. They're paying him $25 million a year to put the Super Bowl on, basically, to choose the artist.
Yep.
So honestly, the way I look at it at the end of the day is, it wasn't a bad performance. I mean, I showed you the one picture. I thought it was pretty fucking funny that I took a picture of and sent it to you. Yep. The Puerto Rican fucking store. I mean, they showed heritage. They showed shit, but obviously, did you want to understand the music? Yes. But at the end of the day, do we have to flip this shit around and make it that bad? Not really. I don't think so. But, I mean, you had options, which is good. You know what's good about that? They have options. You live in America. You weren't forced to watch it. But my thing is, I kind of want to know the ratings for each thing. Like, how many people actually watched the halftime show compared to how many times flipped over to the other one?
They said the TPUSA streamed like 20 million.
They're all skewing those fucking numbers.
Oh, 100%. They said YouTube had like 20 million views or 18.5 was like
here's why. So I was actually watching a commentary from Candace Owens. She's kind of gone off the wall on some things, but I still really enjoy listening to her. I think she's a very intelligent lady, and she made a good point. So Turning Point had at one point said that they had over 6 million concurrent YouTube viewers. Okay. Which would be astounding considering the top 10 most viewed events in history on YouTube. Number 2 was 6.1 million, and that was a show, or that was the World Cup. And the one above it had almost 10 million concurrent, meaning they all watched it simultaneously. It's not I clicked and then left. I'm sitting there watching it. 10 million was because it was a program done strictly in India that has, a billion people. And so, like, the numbers don't jive. All right, they don't add up.
Well, so another thing they said too about the numbers is there was more international users that stayed to watch the Bad Bunny than any other Super Bowl, but they said a lot of the Americans did tune out during the Super Bowl. So it sounds like they did capitalize on the international market, and that could be what they're trying to do. They're trying to go into Mexico.
I mean,
football in Mexico. They're trying to go to South America and play football there.
That's what they did. They went to Brazil this past year. For the first game of the year with the Eagles and Green Bay, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're doing the same thing again this year. I mean, I think it's the 49ers and the Rams playing the first game. I mean, are the Jaguars going to go to London and be over there in the future? Are we playing across seas?
So the Bengals are up for an international game, so they could do an international game this year. We already know it's not going to be against the Saints in Paris, because we play the Saints at home. So the Saints are going to Paris this year. They're the home team.
Which, it's funny, speaking of the Saints, you saw that the NFL released that new Super Bowl tag for next year. And at the very front, closest to the Super Bowl, was the Saints and the Miami Dolphins.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they released it. So conveniently, the two closest ones to the one they released last year was the Seahawks and the Patriots. And this year's release was the Saints and the Dolphins. So let's see.
They said that the Super Bowl is pretty epic. It could be a rematch of a couple Super Bowls ago. It seems that's what they want anymore is rematches. And guess what? The colors the colors are pretty close to the Bengals and fucking Rams.
I mean, I'd be okay with that because obviously a Bengal fan. I mean, I hope to God that the whole bullshit about them fixing who's going to go to the Super Bowl and the conspiracy theories about it being fixed and pre-planned. I hope that's not true. I hope it's not true.
Hey, Paige has something to say.
What, Paige?
Get in the camera. Come on.
The Bengals suck.
Paige.
You been drinking again?
No.
Stop drinking.
Too young to drink. Go to bed, especially
that he hates the Bengals.
Drugs are bad.
And now you're like that now, you weirdo.
No, I've literally been saying the Bengals suck.
No, I've been saying the Bengals suck.
Hey, Josh, did you tell her she's adopted? Josh, did you tell her you're actually not her father? She's adopted.
I tell her like every other day that she's adopted, and she don't believe me.
We know that's not true. She's a pain in the ass, just like her father.
Mm-hmm.
Stop talking crap about me.
I bet you Brian doesn't think he's a pain in the ass.
That's my best friend.
Well, when Brian's his ex-best friend, he probably will.
I mean, at least my best friend goes out with me, hangs out, and not stays.
Sounds weird.
I'm sorry. What?
He just went on a cruise with you.
I was gonna say I just spent $20,000 to go spend a week with you.
You could have spent a Sunday night with me too, and you.
No, I could have. See, going out means that I'm not going out. You wanted me to go to your best friend's house.
Yeah, to hang out with your best friend, me.
Matt was busy.
So, since we're talking about Super Bowls and shit like that, I think I sent you guys a freaking text not too long ago. about what Joey Porter said about good old Big Ben. Did you guys read that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking
You guys
at
hear about this shit?
where you said Joey Porter went off on his former Steelers teammate. What is he talking
Yep,
about?
in an interview.
Broke the brotherhood with the foul things he did? Like, what's he talking about?
Honestly, I didn't. Whatever I sent you guys, that's all I read. Really, I just thought it was fucking hilarious. How everybody over the years said fucking Big Ben was just a weird and creepy person in general. It was not part of the brotherhood of Pittsburgh. I mean, the only thing the guy did for them was win a Super Bowl. That's what Joey Porter's saying. I mean, I think he was a good franchise quarterback for them. I mean, personally, I didn't like him at all, but what he did for that city, shit. He would have brought a Super Bowl title to the Bengals. I wouldn't give a shit what he does. I mean, what he does to win, or whatever he does outside off the field. I mean, fuck, I can hate him all as I want, just like Trump. You know, I may not like him as the fucking president, but he represents my political party. So I want. So it doesn't matter. Like what he. I mean, it does matter, but fucking brought a ring to them and won games like crazy every damn week.
See, the only thing I can find that Joey Porter talks about, like, I mean, it sounds. I mean, here's my thing: is like if you're gonna say shit like that, like give examples. That's what kills me. Is like he's sitting here spouting off shit. Like the only things he says is like one. He said that supposedly usually they vote for the captains, but the coaches made Roethlisberger a captain because they knew the team wouldn't vote for him. Don't know if that's true or not. And I'm not even a Roethlisberger fan. I fucking hate the Steelers in general. Like, I could give fucking rat's ass if they all broke their ankles. I don't want them to be dead or anything, but if they broke their ankles, I'd be fine with it. But then he says on here, brought up a smaller incident involving a former defensive lineman, Aaron Smith, who asked Roethlisberger to sign something for his family, which Roethlisberger, then a rookie, declined, leading to a meeting. Okay. Don't know if that's true or not, because like Aaron Smith hasn't come out and said anything like, yeah, that happened. So I just think it's funny that like it's like also like what is this all? Why is this coming out? Like why is he all of a sudden spouting shit about Roethlisberger? Like why is he in the line?
I mean, it was on ESPN.com today, so looking through their shit, and it was right there in that article. It popped up. You know how our folks read our mails.
I guess they were running their mouth on their podcasts. So it was Big Ben and James Harrison, both running their mouth on their podcasts, saying they were discussing team criticizing the team business, criticizing the coach. So you kind of broke the brotherhood when you start doing that. Is basically what Porter said.
They were saying something about Cam Ward too, or Cam Hayward too.
I heard about Big Ben not being a very good teammate either.
Well, see, and that's where like I'm getting confused is because the only thing I see is Cam Hayward and Joey Porter on Cam Hayward's podcast, Not Just Football. And it's Cam Hayward and Hayden Walsh talking with Joey Porter. So I'm gonna play it. It looks like it's only a couple minutes, so yeah.
To say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get.
Won a Super Bowl with him, but the person is just not a good teammate. Like he knows that. Anybody in the Steelers building knows that. But we protected him.
Support for this show comes from McDonald's new hot honey sauce. Hot honey sauce is here, and so is the snack wrap. And you can enjoy both together. Who would have thought that they could make the snack wrap even better? But If you're more of a breakfast person, you'll love the Hot Honey Sausage Egg Biscuit off the breakfast menu. Don't miss out and try McDonald's Hot Honey Sauce while you can now at participating McDonald's.
Before we jump into the Diet Orsini episode, we got to make sure we try out our new topic and new segment, the Hot Honey Scale.
There's a lot of shit about the hot honey sauce, I'll tell you.
Sumo Citrus. Won a Super Bowl with him, but the person, he's just not a good teammate.
Today, we're ranking the greatest Steeler moments of all time on the Hot Honey Scale presented by McDonald's.
Here's how it works. We've got to agree on a rating from 1 to 10 for each legendary moment, but here's the catch.
Once we lock in a number, we can't use it again.
And we don't know what's coming next, so we better choose wisely.
The scale goes from 1 is pure hot, the most disrespectful, savage moments. 10 is pure honey, most heartwarming and beautiful plays.
And somewhere in the middle, 5 or
The plural of fish is also fish.
Oh, we're fucking up bad right now.
Yeah.
We're fucking
People you
up.
don't know think
Yeah,
about
just turn it
They
off.
don't understand what it takes to be successful and to do this job relentlessly
Yeah,
every
just turn it
day.
off.
But it's so hard. It's so hard to
It
not
is.
look.
He wouldn't.
I mean, we all know Ben Roethlisberger wasn't a very good human and not a very good person. I mean, that's why he was named Ben Rapisberger, because he raped a young girl in the bathroom, got away with it. So, I mean, he did turn his life around and become a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I mean, he's always going to have that on his back, just like Ray Lewis. Always going to have that murder.
Like, I'm sorry, but that's a perfect example of, like, if you didn't have money, like, because any other human being, guess what? You ain't coming back from that. Like,
Nope.
You do something that fucking disgusting and stupid, like, guess what? There is no, oh, you're going to redeem yourself and you're going to become a Hall of Fame. Like, guess what? Like, the only reason he got that opportunity and why Ray Lewis got that opportunity is because they had money. That's also why we are sitting here listening to politicians talk about the Epstein
Well,
file.
I'll tell you one thing about the Ray Lewis thing. He did not have money. I think he was he just up and coming? But one of his buddies took the rap for it. That's what it was.
He was up and coming.
But he paid. I guarantee his buddy's going to have fucking money and just so it's taken care of in jail.
So again, because
You're
his buddy was
here.
like, you know what? I'm going to take the rap because I know you're going to eventually make a bunch of money, and as long as you take care of me, again, comes down to money. Because, like, sorry to say, like, love you guys, but if either of you did something stupid like that, I'm not fucking throwing away my life for you guys.
Might be happier.
Exactly.
You have any friends you can meet in jail?
I don't need no friends from jail.
There's plenty of Brian's in there, I'm sure.
Listen, I don't need any jailmate coming up to me and going, I need something signed off my bucket list. Oh, hell no. I got it. Like, fuck that. Like, no. So, again, it comes down to money. Like, any normal human being, like, that's just not happening.
Well, speaking of money, this just came out a couple hours ago that Mark Zuckerberg is now going to be leaving California to go to, guess what state?
Utah.
Florida.
Minnesota. Oh, not Minnesota?
No, you go to Minnesota.
No, it's going to Florida. Why?
Tax
Because
break.
California's wealth tax of an
yeah.
additional 5%, which would cause him to pay billions of dollars of extra taxes. He's like, see you later. I'm moving to Florida with no state tax.
And then, speaking of,
But I guarantee he'll still have a house in fucking California, though.
well, he might have a,
Because
he might
if
visit
he
there,
has a
but
house
he's
there,
gonna
he's gotta
live
pay
there.
that.
he ain't gonna live there, and he's not gonna have any companies in there because he don't have to pay taxes if just for visiting.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, California is.
Well, I heard Epstein's house is available. Is that true?
It might be. I mean, he's going to be on Billionaire Row with Jeff Bezos and all them. Apparently, he's Jeff Bezos' neighbor now.
I would not want to live in Epstein's house. Like, imagine all the dirty shit that happened in that fucking house.
Well, it's funny is now that some of the congressmen have actually seen some of the names that were redacted, and they're questioning why these names were redacted. And then to come to find out, Trump is the one who kind of set it up for him to get arrested. That was interesting. I don't think the Democrats the one.
Yeah, Trump said, was it 1999 or 2001? Trump. Yeah, Trump's the one who called the police on him.
Yeah, the Democrats didn't want to know that shit.
Well, and here's the funny thing. Like, again, going back to, like, I don't have the redacted or the complete files and stuff like that. But here's what's funny to me. Okay. The government has had these files for years. It's not like they just magically got them as soon as Trump was in office. But magically, the whole entire time that Biden was in office, they did not release any of these files. There's a reason they did not release these files. Like, if you're in charge and you have the ability to release the files that you know with wholeheartedly are going to crucify your enemy, especially somebody like Trump that they're trying to take out completely, personally, professionally, take them out. Why wouldn't you release those files? Anyone else would fucking they'd have those files fucking plastered throughout the fucking front page of every newspaper in the country. But they didn't do that. And then what's funny is, these Democrats still get in their head. They're like, oh, see, he's in the files. But again, you got these politicians chirping all this stuff going, oh, well, you see, and it's like, look, you guys had the files for years. You did nothing with them. Why? That's my question. Why? Common sense would tell you because there was nothing in there that they could use to harm the person they're trying to harm. Because if there was this magical smoking gun or magic bullet or anything like that, bet my ass they'd fucking have it plastered everywhere.
Yeah, you know how many millionaires and billionaires and actors were fucking Congress people coming in and out of that place?
Right.
They want to give all those fucking famous people away. It's Hollyweird all over. That's all it is.
Oh,
Hollyweird.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and
it's 100%. There's a bunch of actors. There's a bunch of high profile names, and two things that I've heard. A, if they released all the names, the world would be in fucking shambles. If they released every single name that's out there, because it's high profile. It's presidents, it's senators, it's government officials, it's Hollywood.
I mean, what's going on in New York right now with the Giants?
Yeah, so that, and then the other one is if they ever found out who the person was that created Bitcoin would drop down to zero within minutes. So that raises question because one of the emails in the Epstein files was about XRP, kind of stopping that. And that way Bitcoin is the main coin during that time frame. And that it just so happened that XRP started having issues with the SEC. So the SEC sued them, blah, blah, blah. Found out they weren't doing anything wrong. They created this better ecosystem for crypto. And it allowed Bitcoin to kind of take off. So if it comes out that Epstein is the creator of Bitcoin, which it kind of almost sounds like it is, you're going to see Bitcoin go to zero and XRP go straight up.
Oh no, I wouldn't be surprised if they said that Epstein was a backer. I don't see him being the creator, because I don't see that dude.
He promoted it. He promoted it through his sex slaves.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. And I think that's why he is. I think
Fuck
he
this
is.
guy,
the
get a
creator.
Bitcoin. Get a Bitcoin.
Hey, did you guys hear anything though about the Treasury Department stop making pennies?
Yeah,
because it
they
costs us
stopped.
5 cents
last
to make
year
it.
was the last year.
So last year they stopped that shit.
Yeah, it was in like September or October when they stopped.
Let's see here.
Because it was
Right.
like it cost us 5 cents to make 1 penny.
But I know our store stopped. They're asking us for pennies.
Well, I thought,
Well, they
most stores were
put
gonna
a,
start out to the.
they start fucking putting signs up says the Treasury stopped making pennies. So
Well, yeah, so a lot of companies. So eventually, prices are going to have to change to reflect, because I mean, now granted, when it comes to actual bills and stuff, obviously they have to change. But digital, like if you're using a credit card or something like that, but for the most part, a lot of places, like the way they've adjusted is they end up rounding up for you. Like I know there's been a couple places where when you do checkout, like if your change is supposed to be $10.01, well, you only get $10 back, or if it's $10.04, you get 5 cents back, like that kind of thing. But they round up or down, but eventually that's going to have to be fixed. It's just that it's fairly new. But yeah, they stopped them last year.
So did you guys talk about the school shooting?
No, are you talking about the Canadian?
Yeah, they
Hey.
said. Yeah, it happened up in Canada.
One of the safest places in the world.
Yeah.
And the fact that the media is conveniently saying,
don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there, Joe.
Saying shooter instead of identifying that it's a boy that started sex changing when he was 15. I say he, even though the papers were saying the girl. The boy was transitioning at 15, and then at 17, because he has a fucking mental illness, goes in and fucking shoots people. And then himself, not herself, himself.
He also killed his family before he went to school and killed a bunch of kids.
Yep.
He also what? Oh yeah, he killed
his parents.
Yeah. So
and had a history of mental health.
Well, gee, I wonder if you start transitioning at 15, you're fucking mentally ill.
And you see that Cincinnati woman too, speaking of that, going off because they stopped her 15-year-old daughter from
son.
And she was transitioning on 11.
Say it right. Say it right.
I don't know what the fuck she was.
They stopped his
gender affirming care. They started at 11.
Care that would have created him into a woman, or I'm sorry, a man with women appendages.
I still don't understand how you allow an 11-year-old to make a decision and then the parent goes with it.
Because again, these people are
and then you're getting mad. You're getting pissed.
These people are so fucking crazy. Like, these are the same people that say, oh, my 6-month-old baby identifies as blah. Your 6-month-old baby don't identify as shit.
Oh, I've seen this woman. She goes up to a gay black man and she goes, is it okay if I say I identify as black? And the guy was like, absolutely not. She's like, why? Because you're not black. So what you're saying is if I identify as a man, and I look like a woman. And he was just like, I got nothing. I absolutely got nothing.
And see, I wouldn't be surprised if that video was edited, because I guarantee probably had something to say, because there's all kinds of defense for, oh no, it's not, it's how you feel. Well, maybe I identify as black and maybe I feel more black.
No, he didn't. He couldn't say shit.
Like, that's the thing that kills me, is like, people are so fucking sick in the head when it comes to that shit. Like, and then
mental illness is huge this day and age.
Huh?
So mental illness is huge this day and age, and they're fucking just making it more and more into a story, which I get, but they're trying to. They don't.
Mental illness is more and more prevalent because we don't want to treat the mental illness. We want to feed it. Okay. Again, I've heard comedians, I've heard politicians, I've heard people talk about, they're like, look, if my uncle comes up to me and says he's a fucking goose, we don't put him in the pond or let him sit on eggs. We go get him help. You know, if
I still want to. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think I said this before to you. I want you to see if you can look it up. There was I want to say a woman, and she was in Yellowstone, and she thought she was. I want to say a wolf. Then she got attacked by a wolf, and they had to help her out because it demolished her face. It was either that or she was a cat. I'm not too sure.
Yes.
Like, her face was mauled big time because she was fucking around with a goddamn live animal in the fucking wilderness.
Yep, and that live animal had, I don't care what the fuck you think you are. I see you as dinner. I'm gonna fucking eat you like dinner.
No, what did I don't know if it was a cat or a wolf, but even it didn't matter. We know what it says. What's right behind your head, guys? Fuck around and find out. Shit. And like, I'm pretty sure she got her face mauled off.
She did. I remember reading that story.
Was it a cougar, a cougar, or was it a wolf?
I'm
too sure.
It was wolves. I thought she tried to be a wolf, and yeah.
What do you think it was you cut off? I'm sorry.
Pack ate her up.
No, it wasn't a pack of wolves. I know that.
I think it was just one wolf, but still. She wanted to be part of the wolf pack. I once had, it was just me, the lone wolf. And then I met.
I know you've seen Hangover, man. I mean, fuck, he got his own pack. But guess who they were?
I met Matt, and we became a wolf pack.
But guess who they were? They were human beings.
Yeah.
That's fucking live fucking animals. You've heard the rules. Don't feed the animals. You just fed your fucking self to them. Motherfucker. Can't find it, Joe?
The only thing I'm finding right now is of a Colorado man.
Could be.
Apparently described himself as a wolf furry, was mauled by wolves in Wyoming.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. I'm sorry. I guess I don't know if it was Yellowstone or what it was, but
Here's the thing, though. According to this, now I don't know if this is accurate or not, because I don't think this is a legit. But this is the only thing I could find. It says it's not a true story.
Someone then fucking went out of their way to make it a true story because it looks damn real. And they dressed up as a furry, though.
I mean,
it was Joe's sister.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Have you ever gone to some of these? I've never been to a Comic-Con, but the way some of these women look there, whew.
See, but
The
here's
furry
funny
thing's into it. That's the furry thing into it, man.
Here's the funny thing, though. I go to Comic-Con, and those girls aren't fucking crazy. They dress up freaky, but that's because they like anime and stuff like that. They don't go around and actually say, "Oh, I'm a fucking kitty."
No.
Right. They don't go. They don't walk in and go, "Excuse me, I have to go to the kitty room. Where's the litter box?" Okay. They don't. They go in the fucking ladies' room, or the men go in the men's room. Like, you know, now don't get me wrong. I mean, I like I said, I'm a comic guy, I'm an anime guy, and we're fucking crazy as hell. But you know what? We still know the difference between reality and fucking fantasy. Like,
Do you?
motherfucker,
Do
I'm
you?
telling you right now, like, I'm not a furry, but some of those girls that walk around in that shit, if they're over 21, bet my fucking ass if they want to be in my wolf pack.
You're married.
I
Just
said
saying.
wolf pack.
You're married.
I said wolf pack.
You're married.
Wolf pack.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that about mating. He said wolf pack.
I said wolf pack.
If you're in the wolf pack, he's going to try to mate with them. I'm just saying.
He's just a leader of it. No, he's just a leader.
I said wolf pack.
How do you go? Ow!
But I mean, the problem is, like, so again, so let's talk about that fucking Canadian bullshit. Okay. So like, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see.
I want it to more pressing.
So Canada has some extremely strict and regulated gun laws. Okay. So what here again, Democrats need to fucking understand, and any other fucking genius that says, oh, we need stronger laws on fucking guns. Okay. That isn't the solution for stopping these school shootings. Okay. One thing that needs to be done to stop these school shootings is, I'll be honest with you, some of these fucking parents need to actually be required to get a license to reproduce, because they probably can't even fucking drive a car. And the fact that they're creating human beings and then raising them to be fucking crazy fucks. Okay. 2, again, falls on the parents to teach kids right and wrong and how to appropriately handle stress. Okay. Again, going back to what we talked about at the beginning of this show about the parent calling the kid racist and getting Black Lives Matter involved and all this other bullshit and saying he was bullied. Okay, guess what? Teach your kid how to fuck. Let's go back to the old days where, here's the thing. If you're actually being bullied, don't bring a gun, okay? Don't bring a knife, okay? You fucking punch the dude in the fucking face. Stand up for yourself, okay?
You're talking about old school way, man. There's no more old school way no more.
Guess what? That's the reason we have a lot of the problems we do nowadays, is because people don't know how to handle shit the appropriate way. Okay?
Yeah, they're called keyboard warriors, right?
It's absolutely disgusting. Like, and these parents just continue to let it happen. And they're like, well, my kid was bullied. No, your kid wasn't bullied. Some random person walked by and said, your kid is fucking ugly. Okay, they said it one time. That's not being bullied. Okay, you tell your kid, look, are you ugly? If they say yes, then guess what? Acknowledge it. You're fucking ugly. Okay, if you're not, then fucking ignore it. Like, damn. Like, but you don't fucking go in and, like, but, you know, nonetheless, like, I strongly believe, like, I want to look up this young man. Because, I mean, this is a perfect example. Had prior mental health calls. So, prior mental health calls to his home. I love how they say her home. It was a him. Get it fucking right there, PBS News.
Public broadcast system.
Yeah.
Station.
I mean, it fucking blows my mind. Like, guess what? If I'm born with only one arm, I'm still a human being. If I'm born with one leg, I'm still a human being. If I'm born with no arms or no legs, I'm still a human being. So just because you cut your fucking dick off, don't mean you're not a man.
Josh, look, I don't know if you guys are on your phone or not, but look at the text message I just sent to you. Just the picture, not the Facebook one. That's what I'm fighting against. Don't show it. I get fired. But that's what I'm fighting against at my job right now, currently.
Yeah. Yeah.
You believe that shit?
Is that actually them?
Him? Yes. That's what I'm fighting against to get my ass back where I want it to be for no reason. Didn't get any reason. He just doesn't like me. That's what he said.
No. Which is funny.
In our grievances, that's what he said is he doesn't like me because I make his job harder.
And again,
no fucking
reverse those roles.
Paperwork on my ass, but guess what? That's what I got to fucking deal with right there. Perfect example of this world is this day and age.
Well, but again, perfect example of how fucked up and bullshit it is. Reverse those roles. Okay. Could you imagine the fallout if you fucking said, I don't like him? There'd be all kinds of fucking shit hitting the fan. You being accused of every fucking thing up the sun. And that's the thing kills me is like we have selective mentality when it comes to it's okay for you but not okay for them. It's okay for them and not okay for you. Like, guess what? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Ain't goosing me, motherfucker.
Whatever. I know you playing duck.
Yeah, for a fucking fact. Because he's gonna FAFO here in a little bit, but the thing is, with my company, he has 2 fucking cars to play. We don't talk about those 2 cars. We can use those cars as like examples in life, but grow the fuck up and fucking be fucking professional about your job. Yeah. Can't man the fuck up. So once you challenge his manhood, he fucking goes against you because he knows he has no fucking fortitude. Tell you, man, like that's the world. I get it. The old school people, generations, like they were wrong in their ways. Like you have right to do what you want in this day and age, but you fucking can't be. You can't just fucking do what you want to because you have a little power in life. Can't.
Dude, I know.
Be respectful, but you can't.
Well, but see that's my point. Like,
I found out why. Check your text.
Because I get a lot of trouble here. Oh.
I will send it to you. I found out why.
But it's just scary as fuck. I will here in a second. But it's just scary as fuck that. It's just scary as fuck. This is the shit you get. I have no idea who that is.
Who does it look like? Bald, goatee.
Me? Oh, I see what you did.
You remind me.
I saw the background. Look, I told you that's the rumor going around my work.
Dude,
can't fuck around people. Can't fuck around people you want to work with. So why not?
I mean, that could be an ex that you just happen to look like, and he sees that you were working there, and
and that's his ex.
I don't know. I'm just like, holy crap! I was like, if you really kind of pay attention, you put it's similarities. So.
That's what I'm saying. You could dig into someone's back name, just look at them over Facebook, and you just be like, "Hey, I hate that guy because he dressed like that." Or, I mean, what? My wife, we were in Florida on a fucking vacation. My wife thought it'd be funny, and she bought me a Trump hat and took a picture of me and sent it to her brother. Okay, and put it on Facebook. I thought it was funny. It's just funny, you know.
and
It is what it is. The whole thing about it was a fucking visor with hair. I haven't had hair in 15, 16 years. That's the whole joke behind it. It just happened to be a Trump hat because we were inside of an American flag store looking for shit. That's all it was.
And that's why I don't post anything political. I don't try to fight with anybody politically online at all. It's just not worth it. It's not worth my time. I don't want anybody to come to my employer and say anything. So,
but the thing is, my wife took a picture of me wearing a onesie. That's an American flag. That you said you had too. It's just American flag, and I happen to have my hat on. And next thing you know, I get backlash from some people. It's just funny that you have to go out of your way to say something. It's just I was just taking a picture and just put it on there. That's all I did. Ain't nothing political about it.
And that's the problem with America right now, right?
Yeah.
If you don't go with that
keyboard
party,
warriors.
If you don't go with that party or who they want, who they like, then you're a piece of shit. You're dead to them. It's not how it should be, you know. I've got
honestly, I don't. If you're gonna, I'm gonna agree with you on that part right there. Like, if they have to go that far, go out of their way to do that, and if I'm dead to them, fuck, I don't care. You ain't fucking breaking my back. Move on. I've already moved on.
And people take offense to it if you work with them, if you hang out with them, if you went to school with. It's like, look, it's like you don't know the reason why I voted the way I did, right? I vote the way I did because I look at it as who do I think is the best candidate for me and my family.
Why don't you ask me those questions and we have a discussion, an adult conversation about it?
If it's a Democrat that I feel like, hey, I like exactly what you're saying, I feel like you're talking directly to me, I will vote for that candidate. Just because I feel like he is good for me and my family. That's how I vote. I don't care who it is in office.
I voted for Barack the first time around because, hey, I thought it would be cool to have a black president and because I like some of his stands. Now, long term, do I like it? I'm not going to say I don't like it. I voted for him for a reason. But you know what? At the same time, I don't know politics that much, so I look at myself like I'm an idiot. But at the same time,
many people know politics. They don't know what's really going on in the background.
I actually got votes for presidency because I wrote my own name in because I thought both the candidates were fucking idiots.
And speaking of this right now, it's this is the pathetic thing about America right now. You've got all these people that want voter ID. They literally had a poll out.
Yes, it needs to be.
73 to 77% of African Americans want voter ID for elections. 85 to 90% white people want voter ID for elections. 85% Hispanics want voter ID. Okay. If your people in your district want voter ID and you're a Democrat, you should be voting to allow that. You are not listening to the people in your community. You are playing politics. You're not listening and you're not voting the way your people want you to vote. That's what's fucked up with Congress right now. That is why we're in this boat. It's left versus right. It's because they go back and forth. They don't really want to have a conversation. And they don't give a shit. They care about themselves and themselves only. And until the American people wake up and actually fucking see that.
I got to get off here. I got to wrap it up. You guys, if you want to finish or you want to cut, I got kiddos going crazy.
You gotta go poop, don't you? You gotta go poopy.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
You keep it going for a minute. You got to cut off. Go ahead and cut off.
You got the turtle that broken out. But no, to my point is like if your delegate or your people in your community are telling you, no, we want voter ID, that's the way you should be fucking voting. It shouldn't be a bipartisan thing at all. It should be, hey, 80% of my people, they want voter ID. I'm a Democrat. That's how I'm going to vote. Hey, if you're a Republican, 80% of your people don't want voter ID, then vote that way. Plain and simple. Quit playing this bullshit game.
The thing is, you got the chance to have a voice. You got a chance to vote. If you don't vote,
here's the
your
funniest
fault.
shit
They end up saying.
Here's the funniest shit ever. What are we going through in Minnesota? We're going through a bunch of fraud with a bunch of Somalis, correct? That's what's been in the news. Do you know what they just did in Somalia? They are requiring a ID to vote in their elections. The country that has the most fraud in one state in the U.S., their people voted to have voter ID. Yet our people in our Congress are saying, no, voter ID is Jim Crow laws, it's racist, even though 73 or 77% of African Americans say we want voter ID. 80-something percent, 85% of Hispanics said we want voter ID. It's not fucking hard.
Fucking crazy.
You got to have ID. What do you have to have an ID for, Matt? What types of things do you have to have an ID for?
Drive a car.
Drive a car.
Get a gun.
Buy weapons.
Let's see. What else? Yeah, alcohol. Yeah.
To join the military, to buy a house, to open a bank account. You have to have an ID for all this stuff. Yet you're going to tell the American people it's racist to ask for an ID to vote? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
You know, the funny thing is, it's like, I was going about, like, it's kind of a different agenda we were talking about. But it's like, we were talking about, like, people in their past and shit like that. Like, we've talked about this plenty of times, I think, before, too. Like, look at Joe Biden back in the fucking late 70s, 80s. How fucking big of a racist bigot he was. And they don't want to bring any of that shit up when they were fucking, voting for him and shit like that. I mean, he was fucking horrible.
Oh,
but
I mean, when you
want
my kids to go to school with these people in a racist or in a fucking jungle, like, what? Get the fuck out of here! And you want to?
Yeah, I mean,
like, what?
People need to understand. Like, I get what they're saying, but the thing is, when certain parties promise you free shit, it's not happening. And let's look at a fucking good example too. Like, what's going on in this country as we move forward is, like, not to immigration. I mean, I'm glad we open our borders up to countries for immigrants to come in legally to do their things, and to see them work their way from, like, coming from, like, immigrant countries, nothing, they don't have to, and they come to our country and they succeed and they move up in politics. But look at fucking what's going on in New York right now. Look at the garbage just all over the fucking streets. I get it. We had 14 inches of snow. They probably had more, but I can't even remember the mayor's name right now. But he's fucking ruining that fucking city. Yeah. I mean, it's fucking disgusting. One of the fucking best fucking cities in our country for immigrants. If you think about it, what's the one thing they have there?
The 5 boroughs.
My name's famous for it. Ellis Island. It's immigration. Yeah, it's immigration coming across the city to come through there.
And here's one thing that people don't realize is, like, the first people that came over were Irish, and guess what they were made? They were fucking slaves when they came here.
Everyone was a slave. Everyone's heritage at some point in time was a slave.
Yep.
And
but they were
like
murdered. They were killed when they came over here. So
They were put to work. Like, fuck it, they made our country. Now, is it the way we want it to be? No. But did it happen? It happened. We can't change history. The thing we can do moving forward is better it. But we can't better it if we're fighting against each other all the time.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. So
I wouldn't even say mistakes. I would say things that could be changed. I get it. Things that could be changed in life. Why can't we take a better stance? You know, obviously, we don't want to vote fucking Republican or Democrat sometimes. Obviously, they're never going to fucking have a middle party. But at the same time, it's just like, if we vote fucking right, oh, you're voting for a fucking pedophile. You want a pedophile as your fucking president. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I voted for the party because of what the party's beliefs are in. Okay? Honestly, if I could vote for some Democrat shit, I would vote for some Democrat Party shit too, because I like their set a little bit too. But it just happens majority 60-40 is on the Republican side of me and in my heart. You're allowed to have that heart in your heart. Because you know why? In America, you have the right to vote. You have a say. If you don't vote, shut the fuck up. You there, Josh? Joe?
You disagree. I'm here. I heard part of that, and I'll be honest with you, I don't disagree. Like, first of all, like, I love, you know, I'm being sarcastic when I say, like, I love when people are like, oh, you want this, and you want it. No, I don't. Here's the thing. Like, if you want me to list out, like, I think rapists and pedophiles should be fucking castrated and fucking hung. Like, bring hanging back for those fucking people. Well, I take that back. The pedophiles should have pedophile tattooed on their forehead and then put into normal prison. Because the prisoners will fucking destroy them. Okay?
That's not. I get what you're saying because it's not humanized what they've done to others, but should they be dehumanized because that's what other people are going to do to them? I hear you saying, but you know what I say that instead? You know what I say that instead? You lock them up in chains. You put them on the side of the fucking. They break rocks for the rest of their lives. That's what I say to do.
Nah.
Break rocks.
Nah.
You want castration. You want hangings. I get what you're saying.
You don't even have to do castration, hanging. Just tattoo pedophile on their forehead, stick them in a normal prison.
I can't hear you. What are you guys breaking up?
Put them in general population. Because you're
asking. Yeah, you're correct, but you're asking for more murder happen in the fucking jail system. The jail system gets fucked up too with that shit because they're not doing their job to take care of the fucking prisoners.
Here's the problem, though.
I get what you're saying.
Do you know? So here's why I say this. Okay.
I can't hear a word you guys are saying. You guys are all frozen on my fucking screen.
So
I didn't say nothing.
So
I can hear you saying that.
So it costs society, okay? And this was back in 2023, so it's gone up, okay? But it costs society about $50,000 per inmate a year, okay? So if you think about it, it's almost $50,000 a year. So if you put someone like a life sentence, okay, if you put them in jail for the rest of their life, it costs society $50,000 a year for one person. Okay. So because they did something so fucking heinous, they get to live a better life than a lot of people that are out on the fucking streets that are veterans or people that have.
I'm not going to touch it, but I agree with you 100%. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're right. So my point being is that there are certain crimes that I mean, I go back to, there was a comedian that said it. I mean, hell, Texas has a fucking drive-through for most of their fucking death penalty. You know, you fucking kill somebody or do something, you fucking, it's like a fast food lane.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm for the death penalty. If you kill somebody and 100% it's factual, absolutely you.
No, and I agree with you. Like,
fuck waiting 10 years, 15 years. No.
I definitely
Right to
think
death.
there should be a waiting period because, again, human beings make mistakes. So should there be a 5-year period where you can investigate and make sure nobody fucked up? Yeah.
Well, no. What I'm saying, if it is 100%, I've got you on video killing this person.
Oh yeah. But no.
Fuck that. You
don't
go to
even get a
court,
year.
You get your death penalty. You're dead.
Yeah.
Fuck the taxpayers paying $80,000 a year to house you in jail.
Right.
Knowing you already took a life. Fuck that. You don't deserve it.
And to my point, like I was saying, like, you know, Matt said, and Matt, for some crimes, I don't disagree with you. Like, there are certain crimes that if you're getting a life sentence, yeah, break rocks and stuff like that because, you know, pay back some to society. But there are certain crimes that there's no coming back from. If you rape children or murder children, there's no reform from that. And I'll be honest with you, you can break all the fucking rocks you want. It's not going to make up the $50,000 a year that society has to pay for your disgusting ass. That did something so heinous, you don't deserve to live anymore. Like, you know, you did something like that, you need to be removed from this earth. Make sure that you're no longer allowed to contribute to this fucking planet.
But do you think it's right that you get to play God?
I'm not playing God. I'm playing.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you.
I'm being a human being that is saying, guess what? You did this. You get this punishment. Guess what? If there's a God, whether you believe there's a God or not, God will judge you when you get to his front door. Not me. I'm just getting you there faster.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like, as a jury by trial, the fact they can seek the death penalty on somebody, like, I'm not against it. I'm with you. I'm just playing advocate on the side. Like, do you think it's someone that's fair to, like, I kind of agree with Josh. You said if it's 100% like on camera this day and age, you see everything on camera this day and age. You're guilty as charged. Do you deserve the fucking good death penalty? You play God when you shot that person. Should we play God? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think we should pay $50,000 a year for someone who's incarcerated for life. But I don't mean to take him out back and shoot him in the head. I mean, if it happened to my daughter, fuck yeah. I would say in a heartbeat. But at the same time, it's like, should we be playing God? Should we take someone's life?
Here's the thing that Madagascar has passed a law allowing chemical and surgical castration of convicted child rapists.
Where?
Madagascar.
The fucking place we just discovered. The place we just discovered 30 years ago.
No, the place with the talking zebra and the lion and the hippo.
Yeah, the hippo.
Outside of Africa. Italy,
yeah,
they're moving forward to Parliament about something like that. The UK is trying.
But I'll be honest with you, like I take it even further. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Like, you don't deserve even the opportunity to continue. Like, that's the problem with the world. Like, we allow these fucking disgusting people to continue to be a part of society. Okay. Are there mental illnesses that you can still be a part of society and contribute to society and not be a harm to society? Yes. Okay. There are. However, no matter what the disease is, no matter what the mental illness is, the minute you start harming others, harming society, being a threat to people, you need to be removed. Like, and that's the cold hard truth. Like, if you think about our body being like a society, guess what? You don't keep cancer in your body. The minute it becomes harmful to your body, you remove it. Because it destroys the society. It destroys the body. Well, in society, if you allow people that are cancerous to continue to grow and fester, you know, a pedophile. Well, yeah, you've chemically castrated it to where they hopefully no longer have urges. Okay, that's great, but you don't think they don't have mental capability to talk to people and discuss things and put things in people's minds, or like sorry, not sorry, like you did something pretty fucking heinous. Like, so going back,
I don't know this is going to change.
Oh,
go ahead, Josh.
In terms of like, see, this is where people get it twisted. Like, you're not playing God. Like, you know, I'm not removing a group of individuals. I'm not saying, okay, we must wipe out all this, or we must, you know, that's playing God. God is when you are.
Yes, you're not Hitler. You're not Hitler. I get you're not. We're Jewish.
I'm going individually by individual, you know. Again, not saying, you know, this is a racial thing, not saying it's a religious thing. I'm saying no matter what your race is, no matter what your religion is, if you harm children, okay, you got to go. You got to go.
Are you saying they deserve to die?
Yeah.
That is kind of harsh.
No, it's not.
No, I mean,
because again, here's the thing.
Well, hold on, Josh, hold on. I think Joe, what you're trying to infer is you're not being more blunt about your situation. You're talking about as far as like molestation and stuff like that.
Any molesting kids, raping kids. Okay.
That's along the same thing. Is what I'm saying. You didn't say that. I mean, you get beat your child. I'm just saying you get beat your child, for instance, and just say, hey, you get arrested for that. I get what you're saying, but you got to be more like
because you smacked your child on the butt or something like that. Like, here's the thing: there's a difference between correction and abuse, and even abusing a child. Like, do I think there should be a lot of punishment, jail time? Oh yeah, those guys can break rocks. Okay.
Okay, here's a for instance, like I had an ex-worker. He got fucking arrested for fucking child pornography.
My neighbor did.
Do they deserve death penalty or to break rocks?
You know,
I don't know.
I'll be honest with you, that's a tough one because
nothing scarier.
Hold on, Josh. Let's your answer.
That's a tough one because here's the way you can look at it. It's because of individuals that are looking at the stuff that creates a need for it, which then creates the industry. Okay. So if you didn't look at it and people didn't get paid for it, or, you know, didn't feel like there was, you know, they wouldn't go out and try to make more of it. Okay. So you're helping to create this need. Okay. And by creating the need creates the problem. So
Joe, we asked the question. Do you believe it or not? I mean, I'm just asking the question. I'm not trying to fucking contradict. I'm with you 100% on this shit, I think, a little bit.
Fucking get rid of them.
So just because they look up child pornography or kind of sick in the head mentally a little bit, you think they deserve the death penalty?
Yeah, get rid of them.
See, I kind of disagree with you. I trust me. I never. I love kids to death, and my fucking Way that's fucking. They're beautiful kids. That is the last thing you fucking ever should do to kids. Is fucking use them to that situation. But if you were to get second chances in life, the way our society is, guess what? If that one person looks up child pornography, and guess who? Guess the person that sent it to them, they're gonna ask, hey, in a trial, like, hey, if I get immunity, I'll bust that guy. What do you say to something like that?
Well, yeah.
So let me speak on this, because as a victim of molestation and also a victim of being a neighbor to a child pornography, nothing scares me worse than the FBI outside your house at 6 a.m. You wake up to take your kids to school. You see a bunch of cars lined up on the street just to find out it's the FBI, and they're raiding your neighbor's house because he's got a bunch of child pornography. Knowing that your daughter's been in that house, knowing your son has been in that house, playing in their backyard, as a father, scares the shit out of me. I don't know what I would have done if.
Can I ask you a quick question, Josh?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. When you mean you're like part of that, you talking about you individually, or just because your kids were in that house?
No, I mean my kids were in that house, so I mean.
Well, he's talking about during the situation. You don't know you don't know if your kids are on those videos.
Correct. I don't know if my kids are on the videos. I don't know if
Okay.
my kids are touched or anything. Right.
And have you been to that house too?
I've been in that house, yeah, but
Okay.
not when they live there.
I got you. I'm just saying, like, I get it.
Prior to they moved in, and then after they moved out. So got new neighbors now. So I mean that house is probably like fucking cursed. I swear to God, it's fucking cursed. But
Sorry to hear that, man.
It's fucking scary to know, like, the FBI has to come talk to my kids and find out if anything's ever happened. And it's like, you don't know at all. You have no fucking clue. And it's scary.
Yeah, you don't know if your kids are telling you the truth or not either, too.
And then you hear the words from the guy physically say, the FBI agent told us, he's flat out said, yes, I found the girls on the street attractive. My neighbor, his neighbor on the other side, got young girls. Me had a young girl. And it's fucked up. So if I found out if he would have touched I probably would be in jail for murder. I would have probably murdered that guy. I would have been on camera fucking with a gun straight to his head. Pop.
Again, and I don't blame you for playing God, but at the same time, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you playing God. I'm playing God. Fuck it. That's the thing it says right there in your fucking Facebook. Fuck around and find out. But at the same time, that's your. Go ahead.
And I'm sorry to cut you off. That's coming from a victim of that type of abuse. I never want my kids to deal with what I had to fucking deal with. So, fuck me up. I finally talked about it. Finally let it out. I'm better now. So, but yeah, couldn't imagine if my kids had to go through that shit. No.
I congratulate you, man. Thank you for opening up. Never knew that.
And to answer your question, Matt, like, you mentioned, somebody gets something sent to them, and then they're like, well, if I get immunity, see, I don't think there should be immunity from punishment. Like, could they get?
Hey, we're gonna move you from solitary confinement to general pop. That's the way it should be.
See, I already said that.
Either way, you're gonna get fucked up.
Oh no! I tell you what. You give us the names of all the people that sent you this shit. I'll take the death penalty off your fucking off the.
And I'll give you a general
list.
pop.
Okay.
So then Joe, that goes back to what you're saying. Are you willing to pay $50,000 a year for this motherfucker because he broke silent and gave a bigger victim up?
No, because he's still getting the tattoo on his forehead. And he's going to general pop.
Okay, let me just ask you a question.
He might not be getting. I might not have to spit the bill for him to get the death penalty. But guess what? It's still happening.
Sponsor us. Okay. I disagree with you.
Like that's my here's like again now. You have to specify like it actually has to be people that are like searching this shit out.
Relevant.
Relevant. You know, this bullshit about like. You know, the guy turns 18 and he's got a picture of his girlfriend that's when he was 17, she was 17, and she sent him a picture. It's technically child pornography, you know. So there are situations where it's like use some fucking common sense, okay? You got to use common sense, like. But when you're talking about a grown man or grown woman having relationships or doing things or having kids do things that, I mean, you're talking about a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, or a 10-year-old, or a 9-year-old, or a 14-year-old. Now we're starting to get in that you need to be removed from this earth. Like, and, you know, you keep saying play God. Again, I'm not judging them. Okay, I'm using the
logic,
the morality, and the common sense that the Lord has given me. You know, if there is, like again, I believe there is, but you know, giving me, you know, to use the common sense. But I'm not the one judging them. I'm just removing them from the earth, and I'm expediting their opportunity to go meet the maker and get judged.
Well, let's jump to a situation. Then, for instance, here's Vic. For instance, this day and age compared to our day and age, and we're all basically around the same age. So obviously, this day and age, the teachers are hotter than shit that are touching kids. Okay. And we're sarcastically saying, damn, wish they were hot back in the day like that. You know, we wouldn't care then. What do you say about that, for instance?
Still don't make it right. Like, I mean,
I'm not saying mixed up. No. I'm not saying it doesn't make it right. But I'm going by the sarcasm when we say, oh, damn, they're that fucking hot looking. Fuck yeah, back in the day, I wouldn't care.
Well, and to your point, Matt, here's the thing. Is there a double standard? Like, yes, because again, when I was a 15-year-old boy, I remember being a sophomore in high school, and we had an English teacher that was hotter than fucking hell, and she was banging one of my classmates, or actually two of my classmates, and you know, we didn't find out till years later, and we're like, damn, those lucky fucking bastards. Okay. Here's the thing. Was it wrong? Yes. 100%. Okay. But the funny thing is, and again, it don't make it right, because should she have gotten in trouble? 100%. Should she have gotten in big fucking trouble? Yeah. Should she be under one of these? Like, yeah. Fucking get her gone. Okay.
But hold on. What is she castrated?
Again, I said she should have been gone. Okay. I'm not pulling punches. Get rid of her. Okay. Reverse that. If the same scenario, but it was a male teacher with females, like there's no debating this. Like that's the thing. There's no question. Like somebody's fucking going to jail. Like, you know, they're getting, you know. So again, yes, we joke about it. Oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. but it's not right.
I will tell you, it does seem like there's a lot
Double
more
standards.
females sleeping with their students than males sleeping with their students.
Well, we discussed this last week, and here's the thing. Yes, there are more, but that's because there is less punishment, less consequences for female teachers, female administrators when they do that shit compared to a male teacher or male administrator. Okay? Because again, I guarantee you the conversation isn't, damn, I wish the male teachers were hot when I was back then. No, they don't say that. Okay? Guys, we joke about it and stuff like that. But at the same time, do I think that teacher should be in jail? Yeah, I do.
No. You don't think they should be in jail. You think they should be
I mean, Joe, let's just spill it out. I mean, your high school football coach was put in jail for a couple years.
And I think he should be in jail longer than that. I mean, but here's the thing, though, Matt. Again, I said when you have an adult and a 12, 10-year-old, get rid of them, okay? When you have an adult and a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, well, according to the law, they are of legal age consent. It's still wrong, so they should be in jail. Because you're pushing limits. Like, if you want to sleep with somebody, wait till they're fucking 18. I don't care if it's, all right, you blew out your candles, you're 18 now, woo-hoo, okay? But now you're legally able to. Because as of right now, we have determined, even though we know that people don't become mature enough until in their 20s, that they have the mental maturity to make decisions at 18, or at least that's what society says.
But here's my question for you.
Go ahead, Josh.
You're talking about that. Okay, so we do not allow a 16-year-old, 17-year-old male or female the ability to choose to sleep with a teacher, right? But we allow this 15, 16-year-old boy to turn into a female with other castration methods.
Oh, you preach to the choir on that one, because I don't agree with that shit at all. Like, I don't understand how we can say that a 15-year-old doesn't have the mental capacity to do X, Y, and Z, but they have the mental capacity to completely change their body for the rest of their lives. Makes no sense to me. They don't have the mental capacity to vote for the president of the United States or fight for their country, but they have the mental capacity to completely change their body and affect their health for the rest of their lives.
And the funny thing is, their parents still have to fucking sign off on that shit.
Well, again, I go back to, I mean, there's certain parents that, I'll be honest with you, should have to pass a fucking test before they get to have kids. Reverse, I also believe that, there's some parents out there that, you get your kids taken away after the third or fourth time, you should have your tubes tied. You shouldn't be allowed to have any more fucking kids. If the government has had to come and take your kids away because of safety reasons or whatever, not because the government's a fucking douchebag, because let's make it, they make mistakes. There are times that they come and do some bullshit. And, but you're talking about like parents that are absolute scumbags.
Well, yeah, I'll give you a great, for instance, like the parents that are fucking having 14 kids but on EBT and the government's not watching out for that shit. Like, fucking cut them off.
Well,
fucking tell them to get a job.
Here's the thing, like if you have 14 kids and you can support 14 kids, and I know you said EBT, so they're obviously on government assistance, and I don't think that's right. If you're going to have that many kids, you need to be able to support yourself and your kids. Okay, if you can do that, you can have as many fucking kids you want. But if you're going to have all these kids and rely on everyone else to take care of them, you need your tubes tied.
Fuck you.
You need to be, you need your tubes tied or your dick, your little swimmers cut, so you can't have any kids anymore. Because.
But guess what? Again, you're playing God because you can't tell a woman how to do her body.
Not playing God. I'm playing smart citizen. I'm not telling her what to do with her body. I'm telling her how to stop spending my money.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, I didn't say it's going to happen. Here's the thing. I could spout off all kinds of ideas, just like I also don't believe, I mean, you know, and I'm guaranteed piss people off with the whole, you know, because like you said, it's her body. Well, yeah, it is her body. But you know what? Part of my body went into her body. So why do you get 100% of the decision on part of my DNA? You get to play God in that sense. Because
correct.
So, I mean, you know, we could sit here and play that all day long that, oh, well, it's her body. Okay, well, guess what? You're the oven. I stuck the bread in. Why do you get to choose what happens to the bread?
Well, it was doughy when you fucking put it in, but guess what?
Yeah, it was. And I put the yeast in, so it's growing.
That's your swimmers going through her body.
Yeah. But again, those swimmers hold my DNA.
Well, it also gets back to fucking child support this day and age.
Right.
Let's say the male doesn't want to have the kid. Does he have a right to say that?
He should. If both parties agreed to have sex, okay, so it's consensual sex, and they decide they all of a sudden they create life, okay, and the woman says she wants to have the baby and the man says no, then do I think the guy's a scumbag? Yeah, because that's, I mean, you're going to do the deed, you got to, you know, but at the same time, like, I don't think that the woman should be able to dictate what happens to this guy for 18 years. Like, she can decide, nope, I don't want anything to do with you, or haha, I've got you.
So you're saying she should have the kid either way?
No. If she chooses to have the kid and the man does not, then he should be allowed to part ways. But I'll be honest, it goes back again. I mean, I look at it this way. If you get, you know, the Democrats want more government involvement. Well, here's how you get them more involved. The man gets a girl pregnant and he walks away from the child. He don't pay child support, but if you do that X number of times, so 1 or 2 times, after that, you get your balls snipped. And you can't produce any more kids. Because you don't get to just pop kids out and leave them without responsibility. Okay?
So what you're saying is, you're a Christian guy, right?
Sort of.
So you're saying if the guy, so you're saying if the guy doesn't want the kid and tells the woman, hey, we're not having a kid, they want to abort the kid, you're okay with that?
No. I'm not.
Have the kid?
Here's the thing, and this is where it becomes, do I believe that abortion should be used for birth control? No. Okay. It's not the kid's fault. Okay. If you want a birth control, stick it in her butt.
Not all girls like it in the butt.
Well, she can swallow.
Well, apparently males get fucking pregnant this day and age too. So who knows?
That is true because, you know, we've had congressional sessions here lately. And
you're thinking about so hard you can't say the words.
Oh.
Not one doctor has said a male cannot get pregnant yet.
Whatever. Here's the
thing. The thing is,
in 100 years, I'll look back and say they're all fucking idiots.
My thing is, it's simple as this. If it's a rape, incest, or if it's your wife or the baby's life had choice to live, you can have the abortions. That's my stance. And it sucks that some people say that because the Democrat side or left or the right side doesn't appreciate that. But if it was my wife, but if it's my wife, like if she's 6 months pregnant and she says, they said, hey, there's complications, your wife could die if she has this kid, or the kid has to die. I'm sorry. I want my wife to live with me. She's my partner. I'm sorry. It's still a human being inside of her, and I don't want the kid to die. But guess what? If I feels like I'm playing God, I apologize. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. My wife is my partner for life, and we could try again.
I agree.
But I don't
I
disagree with you.
100% agree with you.
I 100% agree with you too. Like, and here's the thing with that. Like, I guarantee, like, if let's say you're in that scenario where your wife's pregnant and the doctor says that this pregnancy, you know, you could go to full term, but it's going to risk your wife's life. I guarantee that you and your wife have that conversation. Okay. And you have that conversation about what you're going to do. Okay. And you should have that right to have that conversation because, like you said, it's risking her life. Okay. Or the baby's life. Okay. You're not saying that it's not a baby's life. You're saying, I need to choose. It's either one or the other. Unfortunately, I have to choose one or the other. If I could have both, I'd take both and keep them. But I don't get that choice, unfortunately. Okay. Reverse, like you said, rape and incest. Do I think that, again, the hard part is I don't necessarily think that those should be straight abortions because it's not the baby's fault. I mean, you give them the opportunity to be put up for adoption and stuff like that. You know, reverse.
But you're putting that woman through that situation.
Well, I still believe that you can still take the morning after pill. Okay. So like a rape, give them the morning after pills and, you know, and make sure it's within so that hopefully it doesn't become a pregnancy. For the incest, again, you've heard my stance on if you fuck around with kids, what happens to you? So if it's an incest where you're two adults, like, I mean, the kid's probably going to grow up to be a Democrat anyways. Hell, he'll probably fucking star in movies and stuff like that, or she will, because I mean, yeah, Jack Daniel's sponsors. Jesus Christ. But do I think that abortion should be taken away completely? No, because there are situations where it is necessary. The problem is that those scenarios are like 2% of the abortion. That's where people don't understand is 98% of the abortions are Tina and Tommy decided to go fuck around, didn't use a condom. Tina got pregnant, and then rather than taking responsibility, there's no medical problems, there's no nothing. She says, you know what? I want an abortion.
Correct.
That's where there's a problem, and that's where things need to be changed. Like,
but the thing is, that 2%, they're blowing it up. They way more than needs to be this day and age. Way more.
They're making it seem like the 2% is actually the 98%, and it's not. Now, again, that 2%, do I think they should have the right? Yes. Because those are situations where, again, you have life problems there, you know, there's all kinds of things that can happen. You know, even like, again, going back to, like I said, you know, my stance when it comes to messing with kids, incest. Like if somebody rapes or does something to a kid, whether it's incest or not, and the kid gets pregnant, well, medically, there are all kinds of problems that can happen from a kid having a child. That's why back in the 1700s and stuff like that, pregnancies, the mom died because they were young and their bodies weren't prepared for it. So, yeah.
So what happens if you have what happens, like I said, you can have a good child that's healthy, but you found out the last minute the wife could be basically killed if she has a kid because of the death of the baby. I mean, is it the right
Well,
is there a certain like length time, or it could be up to the day? Like it could be the day of the birth.
yeah, no. See, here's my thing is like, at that point, like if you get to a certain point where you're past, I think it's, I mean, like hell. I mean, you get into the second and third trimester of the pregnancy. At that certain point, like, it's like, all right, look, how far can we get this pregnancy to where we can take the baby out and the baby still survive and the mom survive? But, you know, if you're talking like the mom gets pregnant and within the first like month, they go, hey, if you continue this pregnancy, because there are medical issues down the road, you're going to probably die or the baby's going to die. Yeah, then you should be able to have the abortion. If you're waiting until the third trimester and they're like, hey, this baby's getting ready to come out in a couple weeks, but you might die, guess what? Take the baby out early.
But that could be an issue too. I mean, it still could kill the mother.
Well, but here's the thing. Let's be realistic. You could throw out a million scenarios of what if. I mean, we could also say that what if you're married to somebody, she gets pregnant, you all the way get up to the third trimester, and then you find out it's actually your long lost sister that your daddy had an affair with, and it's your sister. So should you abort the baby? Like, here's the thing: there are a million scenarios.
No, I agree.
Million scenarios that you can run through, but the most general idea, okay, is that when the doctors figure out that the life of the mother or the child is at risk, the parents have that discussion. If the doctor comes back and says, hey, by the way, if you go to full term, mom or the baby could die, or both of them. However, we know that the baby is going to make it to this point without any risk and will be viable to survive. Guess what? There's no discussion. Okay. But again, those are all scenarios. I mean, there's a million different scenarios that could come out. Okay. But the most general situation, mom gets pregnant. She finds out she's pregnant. Doctor determines that there's a risk and she's within the time frame to have an abortion. They have that decision. Okay.
So here's a scenario that I always like to bring up with the whole pregnancy, abortion, all this stuff, right? Let's say Joe and his wife gets pregnant, and you know they're gonna.
Why do you gotta use Joe?
I think he's talking about his brother.
He means Joe Doe. Joe Doe.
Joe Schmo.
Joe and his wife, they're on their way to go abort the baby, right? They're literally driving to the abortion clinic. I get into an accident. I hit Joe and his wife on their way to the abortion clinic, and the baby doesn't survive.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. Okay, here we go.
So at that point, I can get arrested for vehicular manslaughter and get charged with the death of the infant.
Not in Minnesota.
Even though they're on their way to abort that baby, to kill that baby. So that's the one big argument that I have in every situation of this. Like there's gotta be a point to where we say this is a life.
The thing is, if you have a good attorney, you look into all situations, and that will be one of the situations you look into.
Oh well, see, that's the problem. I can't afford a good attorney. I don't have that much money.
Let's just say Joe and his wife are like, no, we weren't going to the abortion clinic to abort it. We were going to see our options, and all of a sudden, this guy hit us. No.
It doesn't matter. It If you have an attorney and you have an appointment at that situation, they're determined that situation.
But that my point
An accident's an accident.
No, I get that, but the law is even if the woman's pregnant, she's 8 months pregnant, she's about to have the baby, you have an accident, you could, and it's your fault, you can technically get charged for.
No, because you're not malicious at the point in time.
I'm not
What are
malicious.
you talking about?
I'm not malicious
involuntary.
about it. It's
Involuntary,
involuntary, but it's still a
vehicular
charge
manslaughter.
on me, and I have to go to jail for it.
But to your point, Josh, what you're saying is that the problem is that so many of these groups.
It depends on the situation upon your fucking
what
driving
Josh is trying to
situation.
say is that
Where you going?
the problem.
Joe, hold on for a second. Joe, hold on for a second. Hold on. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe. Yeah.
I just want to make the point that he's just trying to say that there's so many of these groups that argue when is it a human being and when is it not. That's the biggest problem is the definition, because you have so many groups that are like, oh, well, it's a fetus, even though fetus is the Latin word for small child, small human.
It's got a heartbeat.
That's all he's saying. Now go ahead. Sorry, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I'm just saying, the scenario. I mean, like, it's like, is that guy like malicious? Like, can you prove that guy was maliciously doing a head-on like collision with me? Was he following me and he wanted me to die?
Oh, no,
Like,
no.
was it an accident?
No,
There's
Here's
shit out
the
there.
thing. Josh is
Obviously,
drinking at the bar.
Just an accident.
Josh is drinking at the bar, and he gets into a wreck with somebody he's never met and kills the unborn baby. Guess what? That's vehicular manslaughter.
yes, you're correct. 'Cause you know why? He's been drinking. He made a decision.
Even if he's sober and he gets in a wreck, it's vehicular manslaughter.
Not if he's sober. No.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it is.
involuntary vehicular manslaughter, which means that you can technically still get away with no jail time, but you still get convicted for involuntary vehicular manslaughter.
Well, you said it right there. There's fucking circumstances in the law there. I don't know the whole law at all, but still.
And that's my point of the whole thing was like, this is what we have to define. Okay, if we have to define when the baby when is it actually a human being? Because if
No, going on. We're going back to your scenario. You're talking about two different things. We're back to your scenario where you're talking about with you in an accident and they're headed to a clinic. As they're headed to a clinic to abort that child, they are on documentation that they were aboard that child that day. They just don't randomly walk up in there.
They could just automatically decide right then that day, hey, you know what? We want to discontinue this pregnancy. We're going to go to the abortion clinic. They haven't seen any doctors. They're on their way. I get in an accident with them. I kill that baby involuntary on no, just a complete accident.
Well,
right? I'm going to get charged.
You already said it. You already said it, dumbass. It's an accident.
Yeah,
but the law says I will get charged for involuntary manslaughter. I'm going to get charged for killing a human being.
And Matt, like you said, with a good lawyer.
Stop. Joe, stop. Just because the law says it doesn't mean you're going to be charged for it. That's the reason you got the right fight jury by trial. Correct or not?
You do, but the cops can charge you, and I could go to jail.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay, you're going to go to jail either way. I get it. You're going to go to jail either way, but you have a right by jury by trial to be proved or not proved not guilty. At the point in time, you're not guilty at the point in time.
I know.
You're just getting arrested.
But that's the problem.
But here's the thing, though.
No, the problem is you're assuming. Go ahead, Josh or Joe. Go ahead.
So, first of all, a good lawyer is going to be able to say that, yes, the parents of the unborn child were going to the abortion clinic. However, based on Josh's mistakes, he took their ability to make a decision away from them.
Stop.
They could no longer decide if they wanted to keep that baby or not. And during that trial, he's going to say baby. He's not going to say fetus. He's going to say baby. However, if you were to go back and argue, hey, abortion's wrong, that same lawyer is going to say, no, you can't kill a fetus. It's not a human being. You can't kill a fetus. That same lawyer is going to use different language for different techniques. Again, going back to your jury of peers. Here's the thing. Jury of peers don't mean they all think like me. It could be a whole fucking booth of people that think, you know what? It's not a baby until it can live on its own. Well, baby don't live on its own until it's fucking 18 last time I checked, so...
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky, hell, it's 2026. They don't live on their own until they're 30. So again, your jury of your peers could be like, oh, well, I mean, it's not a real baby, so he's good. Or you could have the whole complete other side that's like, as soon as that sperm touched the egg, it was a human being, and that motherfucker killed it, you know? So the problem is that, first of all, like Josh said, and I agree, they need to realize that, you know,
we got to have a definition of when it technically is a live human being.
Well, here's the
Whether
thing.
It's 6 weeks at as soon as the heartbeat at 6 weeks, or if it's 12 weeks.
Here's the thing that kills me though, is I get tired of hearing we need to define when it's a human being. Well, you know what? We can't say when it's living, because guess what? It was living as soon as it shot out of my dick. Because my sperm is living, okay? Yep. The egg is not living. Sperm, yes. Egg, no. It's not until they combine and they say, let these powers combine, form Captain America, you know, Captain Planet, that they both become fucking living, okay? It becomes a living human being, an actual human being. I believe, this is my thought, at the first heartbeat. And I think the first heartbeat's like, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay, 6 weeks, okay? Which most people don't really even know they're pregnant until that first heartbeat.
Correct.
So, guess what? By the time you realize it, that's a human being, okay? Now, could that human being survive? Not necessarily, okay? It don't change that it's still a human being, okay? Like, you know, they use the, oh, well, if it can't feed itself because it's feeding off of its mother. Well, here's the thing. There are grown-ass adults that have mental problems and they can't feed themselves. That don't make them less human beings.
So you're saying 6 weeks after that?
First heartbeat.
6 weeks is the first heartbeat.
Is considered. Now, I didn't say, here's the thing. That doesn't change my perspective that if, you know, again, your scenario, Matt, where you and your wife find out she's pregnant and the doctor says this is a life-threatening situation, should you guys still be able to have the discussion about abortion? Yes. But it don't take away the conversation that you're aborting a human being. Sorry, it sucks. Makes you feel bad. You're not going to be able to, you know, it doesn't make you feel all warm and cozy. But I seriously doubt that any true parent, and I know you and your wife, so I know for a fact that that would be one of the hardest decisions you got, even though you say you want your wife, and I agree with you, you would want your wife, okay? That's not going to be an easy decision for you guys, you know?
No, it really is. No, I tell you straight, it's an easy decision for me in a heartbeat. My wife is number one.
But
sorry.
No, and I understand. But even if you make that decision, I guarantee you that knowing you make the decision, even if you feel 100% support, like this is the decision that needs to be made because it's for the greater good. I agree 100%. That don't take away that you're going to be like, damn, that sucks that I had to make that fucking decision. You know? That's all I'm saying is like, you know, and that's the difference between good people like you and your wife and people that just use abortion as a fucking birth control. Like, all right, me and the girl had sex the other last week and she's pregnant again. Shit, we'll go get it scooped out.
Well, yeah, if you're talking about one night stands, yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Even if it's not one night stand, if you're sleeping with your girlfriend and she gets pregnant every other week and you go and have fucking abortions, like at a certain point, you got to realize it's a fucking condom.
I mean, if
Either that or
Joe
put it
goes
on her
out
fucking
and
stomach or
sleeps
something.
with his
Jesus Christ.
girlfriend, gets her pregnant, and goes back to his wife and say, "Oh fuck, I can't tell my wife my girlfriend got pregnant. She'll kill me."
Yeah, but the joke's on him because the girl, the mistress gets to decide whether she keeps the baby or not.
That's true. True story.
But that falls back on fuck around, find out. Like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know.
One of the best slogans ever. FA.
You know, and that's all I'm saying. Like, do I believe that there are certain people that should have that choice? Yes. And there are situations where, you know, even if you're religious, like if you die hard believe in religion and believe that God is judging you for every decision you make, even though I believe, yes, there's a God, but I also believe God knows we're not perfect beings. You know, if you believe that he's sitting here going, "Oh, you stepped on an ant, you motherfucker, I made that ant," you know, and all this shit. God is wise enough and grace enough that depending on the situation, he's going to understand. But if you're sitting there, what?
No, I'm listening.
Oh no, that's all I was saying is that.
Oh, I just said let's wrap this up and let's call it a day of the podcasting, and then we can talk after.
All right.
Yeah, it's getting late, so dude.
All right, so we have had that nice long fucking discussion.
2.5 hour conversation today, baby.
Hey, we got deep.
The funny thing is, it's all face. It's all face. What we talk about tonight.
Hey, we talked about all the stuff we were going to talk about. We just talked about more. So, all right. Join us again next time on ERC where you just have no fucking clue what we're going to talk about.
Pretty much.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, it's the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.